Of the best of five. So far, we have seen some really good games. So we're on GSL Whirlwind. Okay, I think I might have seen the map before, but it's an interesting map. So up here in the top, we have HC Nebula. And in the bottom right, we have Pep. It is Protoss versus Protoss.
In the previous two matches, we've seen Nebula play Terran. It's going to be interesting to see how he adapts to the new race.
And we're seeing the pylon close to the Nexus, and HC decides to put a pylon close to the ramp. A little bit of a difference. Doesn't seem to be. Looks like Pep is slightly ahead here due to the placement of the pylon.
Yeah, although he did send out a scout, which Nebula did not do. So he is going to get a slight mineral disadvantage, although he will have the scouting advantage. I'm not sure if this map is force cross spawn positions. If it is, that would put Pep in a pretty poor position, considering that he just scouted that top right.
No, I'm not. I don't think it is cross force, but again, I don't know this map. It's a tournament map, but I don't know it. GSL map.
Pep, once again, going for his 15 assimilator. And HC Nebula still has no gas.
Why is there a pylon down there?
It looks like he's trying to forge fast expand, which is just the strangest thing I've ever seen against a Protoss player. If he scouts that, he could pretty much 4-gate 6-stalker, easy victory.
That's definitely a 4-gate scenario. I forget people all the time doing this.
Looks like Pep Jr. has neglected to put units on his gas. So he's not going to be able to research Warp Gate as soon as it comes out. It's really going to hurt his timing if he chooses to do an early gate all-in.
And now he's just putting them in the gas. So he's late on that. So therefore, 4-gate's going to be late. So that actually could give HC time.
To get up a nice cannon wall. The two probes did just duke it out, Nebula and Pep. Pep keeps saying no.
I am bad at toss.
But Nebula did take out one of Pep's probes in a probe-on-probe action battle.
This is weird. I wonder if he's going to take the DTs or do some void rig. This is very weird.
Indeed.
Gateway there, and
really throwing up some cannons, scared of that push.
Duncan there, but Pep's going to be late on his 4-gate anyway due to his late gas issue.
Sending out a probe, it's munching on some minerals to throw up that proxy pylon, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to take out these two cannons that he has at his front.
Still 2 cannons with an extra pylon powering. I'm just okay, and double gas as well. I'm not sure what HC is going to do here. Double gas, and when he's not saturated on, and when he is.
Nebula scouting some the corners of the map to make sure there's no ultra proxy nexus. Always got to be aware of some proxy nexus from your opponent.
This is weird. And he's going 3-gate rowboat instead of the 4-gate scenario.
Yeah, he would need the Immortals to take down those cannons. But, yeah, HC Nebula throwing up a 3rd cannon. He's invested pretty much a full Nexus into cannon defenses So that's a lot of stationary defense for his quick expo. Pep Jr. looking like he is not planning on expanding anytime soon.
And we have weapons level 1 coming out for HC Nebula as well. And Nebula has saturated their second gas, and I think he's trying to saturate his third on his expansion, but he's only got one probe in there right now.
Clever play by Pep Jr., kind of sending his Warp Prism on a wonky rally. That's going to do very nicely if he's going to avoid all those cannons that his opponent has at the front. His opponent now has 5 cannons at the front. If he just got a Warp Prism in there versus his 1 gate, it would be so easy to just take out Nebula's main. But he's doing some wonky all the way around the map route, so I'm not sure if it'll be there in time.
Yeah, now we have 5 cannons. Holy smokes, that's a lot of cannons.
Yep, if that Warp Prism just gets
DTs.
Yeah, it's going to be GG. Oh, Nebula freaking out a little bit, getting 2 extra gateways and a Twilight Council, but that's still only 3 production structures. It'd be nice if Pep Jr. decided he'd really go for this pressure and threw down some extra gates, but we shall see what happens. He does have an observer coming out, but that thing isn't going to scout at all with all of these cannons around, unless he sends it in from the side. Here comes the Warp in.
The Warp Prism does get
attacking
some zealots and attacking
the forge, strangely enough.
Yeah, he's going to stop banking the cannons, so that's actually not a bad choice.
But here comes the counter units from Nebula. Pep Jr. was at a really bad position there. But a wonderful force field. That is going to prevent all of these warp gates from sending in down there, but he still has the pylons. If he still has pylons in his main, he's going to be able to defend. I'd like to see a second warp round from our friend Pep Jr.
And Pep Jr. is also attacking the front at the same time.
Building sentries instead of zealots, a questionable decision at best. Not engaging with everything at once. Trying to attack the front, like you said. Those Immortals just destroying the cannons. Observer almost getting sniped by those cannons.
Yeah, Immortals can take out a cannon like no time tomorrow, so all that money that was invested in cannons is now down the tubes.
Yeah.
And now we have 2 Immortals just going to town right now. Meanwhile, he's still trying to fend off this Warp Prism harass.
Yeah, but if he has to keep units up there to guard that Warp Prism, he's not going to be able to take out all these units spawning in the main. He should snipe that Cyber Core. No Stalkers for you. He's going to be stuck with Zealots. Although he is building a massive amount of gates in his main, he does not want to be pressured anymore. He's trying to make up for all the
got a lot of minerals,
so. Yep.
But Pep still got that Warp Prism sitting there.
Right, Pep Jr. has finally decided to expand. Good decision considering he couldn't quite get in there with that push.
Charge coming up for HC Nebula as well. It's a lot of gates. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 gates on 2 base. Okay. Interesting strat.
The chat saying if he would have picked up those Immortals in that Warp Prism and dropped them in the mineral line, would have been a lot more of a push would have been a lot more effective. But these Zealots are just going to demolish this Warp in round. Speed almost here for those Zealots charges, I should say.
I need to get a Cyber Core down again, so okay, he is getting one. That's still a lot of gates. Now we're on, holy smokes.
Pep Jr. 10, 11, isn't going to take any of 13. This charge lit. He is going...
We're on 13 gates.
Wow.
13 gates on the 2 base.
He's trying to get out that those Colossi, which will demolish the Zealots, provided he has gateway units in front to absorb the charge.
Sorry, 14 gates on 2 base.
Oh, it's hard to count when he just keeps adding them.
Oh my goodness. Weapons level 2 coming out.
At least he's
Um,
saturated, you know.
Yeah, at least he's saturated. That's right. And he's adding 3 more gates. Holy moly!
And it looks like Pep Jr. is just going straight Colossus. He's getting that second Robo facility, and he's already got range on the way with only one Colossus out.
Unless he's gonna just warp in Zealots, there's no way you're gonna support that many gates.
Yeah. I mean, he did have a mineral float of 1.2k, so it's good that he's at least spending it somehow.
Okay,
Ooh,
now we have 18 gates.
Centuries.
18, 18 gates on 2 page. Oh, this is hilarious.
Sadly, I think it could work. Just looking at these army comps, massive amounts of Sentry Warp in. He's just like, I've got 2,000 gas. Now I only have 700. That's insane. Pep Jr. going for a third, but he doesn't even have his main base saturated, and he's not building probes, and he's not using all of his production facilities properly.
Well, that's a lot of units. Well, he has 18 gates, so I guess he can warp in as many as he wants.
And Nebula, on top of his 18 gates, has decided, you know, I want 3 Stargates. I'm going to get supply blocked and build 2 Phoenixes out of each. Here comes the push. There's so many sentries.
Charge lots.
I don't know what those sentries are doing.
I don't know what they're doing either. I haven't got a clue right now.
Oh, look at him
them.
just go in one attack round from those Colossi. Oh man, those Colossi are his saving grace right now. Better get that one back near the ramp. Let's see, he does not have any more Colossi on the way.
Well, there goes all those units. That
Yeah.
was a waste of money. Well,
Yeah.
at least he still has 18 gates, right?
and Stargates.
And 3 Stargates on top of that. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, 19 gates. I'm losing count now. 19 gates and 3 Stargates on a 2 base.
A nice Phoenixes. He's going Phoenix Zealot now. I don't know how effective those Phoenixes are going to be against Colossi. Their ion cannons only do 5 damage against those heavy units.
What link is yellow? I have no idea, but it doesn't look like silver play, does it? But I have to put it over to you guys. But 19 gates on 2 base, holy crap!
Yeah, that's
Can't support that.
chat saying Troll League. So that's pretty accurate. It's huge.
Oh.
He can't build any more buildings in his base because he's used up all the space. That rhymed.
Well, he's trying to take out the Colossi, so that's a smart.
Succeeding.
That's smart, actually. Look at that. Can I those 3
looks like-
Colossi?
Pep
We got
Jr.
Zealots.
just didn't have the macro to hold this off.
And GG. I can't believe that worked. I cannot believe that worked.
You see,
I'm gonna
all kinds
have
of
to
crazy
try
things in
that.
lower leagues.
I have to try that. Put down 19 gates. Just warp in Zealots. Holy crap.
Hey, don't forget, you gotta upgrade them and get 3 Stargates, but they have to be supply blocked Stargates.
Yeah,
you
they
can't
have
build
to be
anything.
supply blocked. Yeah. Okay. It's, that was an interesting match.